An 18-year-old senior, high school senior, raises, now it's up to $32,000. It may even be a little bit higher on GoFundMe because her parents cut her off. In her words, this is the teen's words. Her name is Allie Dowdle. She claims, she's from Memphis, Tennessee. She claims that her parents cut her off because she was dating a guy. She finally, this was kind of in secret, she finally revealed to her parents who the guy was. He's a black guy. She showed them a picture, and in her words, she said that they immediately told her that she could not date him. So they cut her off. They cut off like the money that they had saved for her for tuition, everything. She goes on to say, why? Strictly because of skin color. It wasn't a quiet no either. I'll never forget the yelling my parents did when they expressed how disappointed they were in me, that I could do so much better. I did not know what to do. I couldn't comprehend how someone could be seen as less because of pigment. So she went on to continue to date this guy, in her words, and that's when they cut her off. So she set up this GoFundMe page. Apparently she has a 4.0. They also took away her car, phone, her personal savings, and then her father, Bill, he talked to the New York Daily News. He says, quote, "It was never about race." He said that he and his wife's disapproval came apart because Allie started dating Michael in secret. He also said, though, that they don't prefer for her to have an interracial relationship because of they live in the South. Mm-hmm. And then he also said that the main reason why he cut her off is that she's spoiled. So we can discuss the two sides and what we think. Now, the internet is all over the place. So we have people that are congratulating her, saying, good for you, stick up for you and your man in your relationship. Others are saying, here's one from Mackenzie Quick, but how is sending a rich white girl to college fighting racism? Mm. And then you have a lot of people echoing that, and you have other people saying, well, you probably should have just, went out and got a job instead of getting money from other people. Thoughts, 5 words or less?
At least she's not a lesbian.
Interracial love is still love.
Fake news.
One love, but get job. I don't like begging on GoFundMe.
I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel bad for the girl at all because the underlying story was I feel
bad for her. I just don't like begging for money
You're
from
right.
people.
But Sam, and everyone.
Okay.
So the father said that he knew the challenges his daughter would have dating a black man, and I can identify with that because easily.
I'm talking.
How
could you possibly relate, Jason?
But not because my twin brother. I was in Bow Bridge, is a place in Louisiana. My mom and dad are from New Orleans, Louisiana. So New Orleans is very dear to us, and my brother is in an interracial relationship with a Hispanic woman. We went to this festival, and the stares and the looks that me, my brother, and my sister-in-law got were out of control. And also, the man, the boyfriend, after knowing that the father did not approve of him and his daughter, still found the guts and was man enough to go to the father and say, like, hey, I love your daughter. Can I date her? Do you know how hard, audience, that is a very hard thing to do when you're 28, 19 years old, and the layer of discrimination and hate because your skin tone is very prevalent for you to still go to the father and be like, I love your daughter. Can I date her? And that's a very powerful thing. And that guy is more of a man than the dad was.
Yes.
And then the dad said, listen, the daughter was probably very spoiled. She probably had a BMW, all these things that don't matter. But he did make a very good point of saying, hey, I know the challenges you're going to experience being in an interracial relationship, because my parents had a conversation with me about being a gay man and the challenges I'm going to experience in my life.
So maybe she blew that out of proportion. We don't know. There's two sides to every story. We do not know. Most people.
But your parents didn't take away your cell phone and your car.
She's also 18 and in college. My parents didn't pay for any of that stuff in college.
No, but all I'm saying is, like, your parents, the parents' defense is absolute bullshit. They got caught. Because the entirety of the internet is like vilifying them. They're like, wait, no, we were just worried that it's going to be very difficult, so we made her life more difficult for her instead. Like, what? She was too spoiled? There's no excuse. It was very obvious that they didn't want to date.
If that's the case, because we don't know the whole case, but if that's the case, I agree
logically,
with you.
I'm just looking at his defense, and something doesn't add up.
And it's fucked up.
And what doesn't add up is that if they were angry at anything but the fact that this is a black man that she's dating, then they wouldn't have cut off her cell phone and her car payments or whatever in her college.
And the fact that she's dating him in secret, to me, gave me evidence enough that she was afraid to bring this relationship to them, which is so sad that she feels like my parents are going to disapprove of him because of his skin color, therefore I have to be secretive. So for that very reason, I believed her, not the parents, because of that reason.
Like, let's say, like, if Jason, let's say you were dating like a boy in secret in high school, right? I don't know when you came out to your parents.
I did date in secret.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, Jason and I are probably very familiar with.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you came out to your parents and like you told them, hey, I'm dating this person, and they disapproved of you being gay, they probably would behave in this similar way. They wouldn't, if they did approve of you being, if they were comfortable with it, if they were fine with it, which you told me they were just now, they wouldn't take away your cell phone and your privileges.
I agree with you, Hasan. I think that the reason why I wasn't too worried, I didn't really stay on the whole extraction of her luxuries, was because, to me, like I said earlier, the underlying disgusting tone of this story was the guy. I felt bad. I felt worse for the guy, and I know that's wrong. Also,
I feel bad for him too.
Also, I don't have my own biological children, right? But I always was I subscribe to the notion, and my mom always says, my job as a parent is to love my child, and if my child brings someone into their life that they love, I should automatically love them too. And not love them in a sense like, oh, here, baby, but like embrace that relationship, because you want happiness for your children. You want
Until they
healthy,
prove you wrong.
Right, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Grace?
Okay, I have a little bit of an issue with us calling this girl spoiled, because I understood that she looked up different
parents
grants.
said that. I never said that the dad called her spoiled.
Right.
The parents, or no,
right.
I never said that she was spoiled. The parents called her spoiled.
The article.
Okay, but I think that is definitely a deflection of blame that the parents are saying, because as I understand, she also is doing work study, and she applied for a couple of grants, and she came up for housing $10,000 short. That's what the initial GoFundMe was for. Now, obviously, she's raised more since then because this story's caught fire on the internet, but she was only looking for the $10,000 that she was short. So
get another job. I'm sorry, Grace. I don't feel bad for that at all.
But you have to give that payment before you can go to the school. You have to have that, put that down payment. I don't know.
Couch surf. I don't like asking for. There's so many people out there that are holding on to money right now that need money, and I can say this because I did this.
Right.
I can say this because when I went to school on a swimming scholarship, so I had the first year taken care of. Soon as I lost that swimming scholarship, I lost my housing, I lost everything. I couldn't go to my parents because my parents couldn't afford it. They wished they could have helped me, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
So guess what? I got 2 fucking jobs. I ended up not homeless by any means, but I couch surfed. I did it. I hustled. And I did fine. And you know what? My point is that made me a hustler. Right. And I get it. She's different than me. Everybody to each its own, and she's finding her own ways to hustle by going to GoFundMe. I don't like begging for money from other people.
I also didn't
I just think that she's taking a little bit more initiative than her parents are giving her credit for, because I would have no idea how to even go about
airing their dirty laundry. I don't agree with that either.
And
you can disagree with your parents, but to air your dirty laundry on the internet where it's going to shame them, I think is wrong.
And the title of the GoFundMe is also interesting. It's because it's like, give me money to end racism in all caps.
She used that.
I think that
that was kind of messed up.
People that are saying that this, and I gather that this was sort of the title of the campaign, that this is ending racism, that's so misguided.
Misguided, it's insulting. It's misguided and
the
it's
Department
insulting.
of Justice
I think that
recently
there's a conversation
concluded.
to be had, but I think that the conversation is what Jason pointed out with regards to the young gentleman that was seeking the heart of this girl. But I don't know if I'm ready to call her totally spoiled like the dad was saying. I think that that's sort of like they're now blaming each other. These family dinners have got to be really awkward. But I think if she's applying for work study, if she's
there's
taking
so many people that need school out there. There's so many people that need school out there. And then she goes to GoFundMe.
And she's
a beautiful,
technically.
She's a beautiful white
with
girl
a clickbaity title.
with very smart. She can get a job.
Sure, it is a clickbaity who
she
doesn't
can
want
get
to
a job.
donate money
No,
to
guys,
work
it out.
I
you
get
didn't
it.
hear, like, I'm telling you, the Department of Justice actually, it had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. It had everything to do with this relationship. They started probing certain key areas like Chicago and found that there was systemic racism within the police departments there because of this GoFundMe campaign.
This is
fake news. I was just joking.
Oh, and also you guys talk about the
Thanks for clarifying.
The conversations that need to be had, and because I am, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to make this about me. I'm sorry, guys, but because I am in an interracial relationship,
Yeah.
I think, and even here in Los Angeles, I get stares when me and my white male from Idaho are out together. But the conversation that needs to happen in 2017 and forward is that interracial relationships are here. They've been here, they're prevalent, they're not going anywhere, and it shouldn't be a fucking news flash, and it shouldn't be like this fish in a tank anymore.
She shouldn't have been cut off for it.
Absolutely.
That we can all agree. She should not have been cut off because, God forbid, she's in love with someone. That's something that should be welcomed. That's something that should be supported. So that was shitty of the parents, unless for some reason.
18.
And secrets
so
keep
they
you
might
sick.
break up very soon.
Secrets
True.
are bad.
Secrets are bad,
Secrets keep you sick.
but she kept it a secret for a reason.
I know, and that's what I mean. That you have to examine what's going on in the family.
Yeah.
Jason, you and I have both dated people who have who've been like in the secret relationships. It keeps you sick. It keeps a family from actually like getting to know one another and love each other. So I think that it's more indicative of what the environment is, and the tolerance level and the openness and the acceptance within that family. Just because it started off as a secret, because you keep it secret for a reason, and secrets keep you sick.
But there's also so many layers to the story that we don't know, I'm
so
sure.
sick.
And so
And we don't need to know them. You don't need to put them on that GoFundMe. Keep it.
I'm
keep
just
No, put
dealing
them all.
with your family now.
That's what
I'm
I
invested
mean.
now. I want to hear the whole story.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
TLC is like a reality
much.
show.
Yeah. All right. So please share your thoughts. This is definitely, this got heated. I don't know. It bothered me, but it's wrong on the parents, but just can't get on board with the GoFundMe when you can find other resources to pay your shit. I'm sorry. And outing your parents publicly, even though maybe they deserved it, but we don't know the whole story. We don't. I don't know. Share your thoughts, and we'll see you later.